yet. Kind of are. A little bit. But, yeah. Just come on your face. What's up? Outlaw Window Cleaner Radio. Yeah.
Fernando is number one out of the box.
No, Fernando, was
No?
he?
Oh,
Jersey
no, I'm
says
watching.
he was first.
I'm watching last week's podcast. I swear to God.
That's
97
dope. So
hasn't
what's
showed
up,
up
everybody? Jersey was first this time, so I can respect that. Jersey has talked me into going to the huge convention. I have a lot of anxiety about it. It's a long drive. Mark Tanner refuses to go with me.
Yeah.
He just told me today that he's definitely not going, so that really hurts my insides.
You're hearing the words coming out of my mouth.
John the Freedom says he never got the gunslinger, dude.
John's not even washing windows anymore, is he?
It's still around.
He's not. What do you mean he's not washing
He
windows?
was last I saw a picture, he's hammering roof trusses in place.
Oh shit! Somebody's fucking hammering nails. I can dig it. I used to do that. I did that for a long time.
That's good work.
Wow, Tim, power wash. Mike the Glass Guy was second. Big Squeegee, man, we got the whole squad up in here, boy. What's up, Lewis? Dustin Duffy. Fucking everybody. Look at this badass wheel, dog.
Yep.
This fucking badass wheel of prizes we got here, son. Wheel o' prizes. That's gonna be.
What did you win? T, what did you just win?
I won some barbecue rub. Lucky me.
Oh. At least we don't have to ship it, right?
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, man, I was one peg away from one gross of Black Diamond squeegee rubber. One peg away. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna give you a little bit of a teaser for how we are going to give things away. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take callers on Skype. You're gonna call in. We're gonna say if you are the third or fourth caller, you will call in, and we will ask you a question about, let's say, what is one thing. Now, Mark, you're going to answer this question. What is one thing that Ron Musgraves is best known for?
Parking lots!
Parking lots. You are correct. Would you like me to spin the wheel for you, Mark?
Yes, please take a big old spin. I want big spin, big spin. That's right.
Like, is that a good enough spin? I mean,
that's a good spin, just like on The Price is Right. Showcase Showdown.
Yeah, I feel like
Showdown.
Yes, yo, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Yeah.
Squeegee Life shirt.
Boom. Boom. We have a winner.
We have a winner. Huh? Yes, the new design.
I want to win that.
Listen, I can tell you now.
I want it.
It's the best. Nico Peloso, fiber! Air horn, fiber!
Yeah, fiber would probably be the correct one on that. Now, we will have questions and answers between the three of us. The answers they're not opinions. They have to be factual, okay? And you got one shot at it. Boom. One prize per night, too. So if you win the rubbers, don't call back trying to win the
Don't call
pole.
back trying to win nothing else, because we ain't having that.
Yeah.
I just want you guys to know we're doing homework for you.
Yeah, and just so you know, this ain't no fucking Yankee swap where you're trading the rubbers for the barbecue rub, because I know that's probably what you want anyway.
Yeah, we all know you want barbecue rub, and listen, limited supplies are available right now. So, with that being said,
oh, dude, if you don't have enough, if we give them out a bunch of those out,
it's a finite resource.
Yeah, but no. If you give a bunch of people win the barbecue rub, I'd prefer you don't take it off the list, meaning once the rubbers are gone, they're gone. But the barbecue rub, have as many winners as you want. I'll make more up.
Hey, maybe we can ask random trivia questions to the people in the chat there. Maybe people in the chat could win something like some barbecue rub and a Squeegee Life sticker or something like that. So everybody everyone gets a prize.
Yeah.
This is the participation trophy podcast where everyone's a winner.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking about doing is giving away some rubber end caps. It's called the Valance. What you do is you stick it on the bottom of your ball sack to keep your balls from rubbing on stuff. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's called Valance, not balance.
Something everyone should have on the bottom of their scrot.
We should have had Seth Byers on the podcast. He should. Seth Byers should be the Wednesday guest. Just
why are you on here?
Yeah, fucking Seth Byers, worst guy in window cleaning. He went from sexy to a douchebag overnight.
Power Wash Plus asks how many Bon Jovi. We're not giving any hints about. It's going to be general knowledge and trivia. And it's going to be window cleaning. There'll be some window cleaning.
We can't give you the topics 2 days, three podcasts out. That ain't fair.
Right.
You know what I mean? But there's going to be something for everyone, is what we could say. Everyone from the avid watcher and listener, the people that have been here with us from jump, the real outlaws. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, most of the guys from the Outlaw Window Cleaner group, there will be questions for everyone. So we want to keep it as fair and honest as possible.
It's going to be very fair. You have to call in a specific number. However, if someone chooses to go to Kansas City Mo and video themselves taking a dump in front of the Reach It store on the sidewalk, you got mad props coming, and you probably
I'll send you a 0 gold pull. If
I'll send you an outlaw
shit on the doorstep in Kansas City, Missouri, I will send you a fucking gold pull. I will send it to you. Autographed,
you know
whatever you want.
T, I was going to say, might be careful, someone might do it, but then again, go ahead.
It's not on me. It's not on me, bruh. Things mentioned on this podcast are only meant as in satire. This is a comedy podcast, and nothing that we say here should be taken seriously. Now, if you go out...
Outlaw shirt.
I mean, we might send you a gold pole, an outlaw... we might even make a fucking Squeegee Life t-shirt in your honor.
There you go.
Louis Coatney said done. He's like, dude, I'll totally shit there. At a prize.
Louis, I'll tell you what, I will send you a Taco Bell gift certificate for the day before.
Listen, don't do anything like that. That's ridiculous. Kevin Hargis is the dude that I had chicken nuggets with. This dude doesn't even look like his picture anymore. I'm so jealous of how much weight he lost. He's in really good shape. You look good, Kevin. You went from this guy in your YouTube picture to this skinny, svelte dude. You know what I mean? He's all like fucking... And I'm all over there like, yo, let's fucking eat chicken nuggets, dude.
Yeah, boy.
According to Amy Jo Johnson, we are pigs. What does that mean? On my way.
I don't even know who Amy Jo Johnson is.
Yeah, who's Amy Jo Johnson? And why are we pigs? Please explain, Power Wash Plus. We need to know. This is a need-to-know podcast.
La Freedom, send me your address again in Messenger, and I'll try to get that out next week.
According to... No, we don't want anyone to do that. It was just a joke, guys. Come on, relax.
You know? Sure.
Everyone relax. Everyone relax.
Sure about that? I almost got him talked into
Everyone should inhale Jesus and exhale Satan. Everyone should right now, collectively as a group, let's inhale Jesus and exhale Satan just one time. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Cody Farmers lives in Casey. Yeah, we met a bunch of cool dudes in Casey on the golf ball through the garden hose pick. Oh, yeah, you know what, dude? I'm not... Who posted the garden hose? Oh, my post on the group. Yeah, you know, I'll say this. Guys, there is a lot of experience and knowledge in the Outlaw Window Cleaner Facebook group. A lot. A whole lot. Of successful people, too. But what you have to understand is when you join the group, there's this thing at the top of the page. It says Outlaw Window Cleaner, which means I don't know what else you want us to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
This, and we don't do it purposefully, but it's a place where you can let your hair down. That's what
it's not a place to discuss.
But if you have a question, you will get honest answers out of people, helpful answers. You know what I mean? Yeah. But most of the time, you know, the noobs kind of don't. You know, we don't collect a bunch of noobs. You know what I mean? We usually collect a lot of seasoned window cleaners. Our group is a seasoned group of window cleaners.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You very rarely will see a picture of someone's house saying, "How much do I charge?"
How much do I charge for this?
Yeah.
What?
Why are you there if you don't know?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you say now, sir? There's not a lot of. Yeah, there's not a lot. You know what I mean? But I will say this.
Not
Anything
everything
does
goes.
go to a certain extent. Like with Philip in the picture last week. You know, if it offends you, I'll take it down. You know, if she would have sent me a message and said, "Hey, this offends me,"
it.
you know, I would have taken it down. You know what I mean? Everyone's already had their laugh about it anyways, and now we're here talking about it. So, and that's why the Outlaw Window Cleaner Radio podcast is here, so we can go hard body karate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Kaz? Where you been, Kaz Nocha?
Yeah,
How
what's
come you
up,
don't
David
want to come on the podcast?
Kaznocha? Yeah, I don't think the podcast is for David. I think
No,
David.
bullshit. I know David long enough to know his
He
sense of
says
humor.
you know him privately, and he's not a public guy. Maybe he just likes to fucking be cool, man. He's just like, yo, Pony Boy, stay golden. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we'd really like to have him on.
That's what
That guy
he's, you know,
shitting on
it's just like-
Eddie in Pro Window Cleaning Group. Did you see that post?
or someone making fun of Eddie Stewart. Listen,
That was
Fernando
Eddie
licked
Stewart.
someone's
Eddie
ass
Stewart.
up.
The only way I can
Dude.
see fucking Eddie shit is if I'm on my Squeegee Life profile. That's the only way I can see him because he fucking he blocked me and shit. He could take
dude.
everybody but T Squeegee because I was giving it right back to him, and I think it bothered him that somebody was willing to go rounds with him. You know what I mean? I'll go rounds with you. I don't care. What's that?
It was funny. Dude was bitching because the group was allowing somebody to post this picture of a non-sleeved razor in the group. Like, it was hilarious. And then the guy went after Tanner.
Yeah. You know what? That group is, like I said, if I'm feeling passive aggressive, I'll go on Pro Window Cleaning and put up a post. You know,
Yeah,
so that way I can be told how someone else could do it so much better.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the spot to go. If you want some static, they'll give it to you.
Well, if I was doing that, I would do it this way. Well,
If I was doing that, I would use liquid Drano and a scrub brush. That's what I would do. That would get the stains right off of there.
Yeah. Well, I've had the contract for 15 years, so you're not doing anything. Okay.
I got to go back to my safe space of the Outlaw group after
Yeah.
the Window Cleaning Group for a while, man.
You know, it's not for everybody, and I get that. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
But there
what
are
you got.
different groups with different vibes, and for that reason. You know what I mean? And we're not sweating membership. We're not doing membership drives or no shit like that. People just kind of flow into the group. And I don't mean that because of the flow group. I'm not trying to steal y'all's thunder. But, you know, and that group will do the same thing most likely. I don't know, maybe not. Groups are finicky, you know what I mean? So, like there for a while, we had a lot I think we took a lot of piss out and a lot of wind out of the sails when we fucking went after Perry for what he was doing. And what he did to us, and I think that turned a lot of dudes off. But the group was, it was hopping. You know what I mean? There was people constantly. You know what I mean? I didn't stop nobody from posting his shit in the group. You know what I mean? You could still, if you still want to talk about that hunk of ass, shit ass stuff, you can. I mean, it's a hunk of shit ass stuff, dude.
Yeah, a surprise in every package.
Yeah, surprise in every bag. You get yourself some.
Yeah.
Some
Look, if you want to buy
popcorn
tools that come with an eyeglass screwdriver to put them together, go for it.
We lost 90 guys. We lost 90 guys out of that.
Did we really?
Yeah, 90.
That's
people
okay.
left. Yeah,
That's fine. Go.
Oh, I mean, we're well over that now. I mean,
we've added a couple hundred members since that happened. So
so I mean, it was just,
and we're accepting guys 2 or 3 times a day. So you know, we pick up 2 or 3 new people every day. It is what it is.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Power
think
wash
about
crust.
the guys on the Devon building in Oklahoma? Dude, that shit was fucking scary as fuck. I could tell you that. I know everyone's seen that today, right? Because today is National Window Cleaning Day, guys. So happy National Window Cleaning Day to all us window cleaners out there.
woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm waiting for Hallmark to have a fucking row of cards at the store about that, you know?
See you later, Henry. You take it easy, buddy. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, fucking, dude. I don't know. In that position, dude, I mean, I'm sure there's ways out of that situation. I mean, I'm sure someone very experienced, like Mark, I don't know if, do you guys, when you take safety training for stuff like that, do they teach you how to get out of situations
They
like
teach
that?
you need to know self-rescue so you can
Mm-hmm.
get out of it. But look, something like that is more along the lines, and no offense to those guys, of common sense. Okay, in order for a swing stage, first of all, on a building that has a crane type system like that,
Yeah.
it's going to be 30, 40 stories minimally. It's going to be huge because that
Right.
system is super expensive, and most buildings won't allow the liability for it.
Right. Of
That
course.
said, that equipment should not fly in over 15-mile-an-hour winds because of exactly what you saw.
Yeah.
Okay, and anytime, like we're hanging a swing stage right now on a 23-story,
Uh-huh.
but we're using hooks off the top of the parapet.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's not that big gap between the top of the reason that thing did that was because those crane booms were 50 feet above the building, so you're hanging a giant sail out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Fucking
and
nuts.
it's operator.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it. I wouldn't do that. I would take
Yeah.
one look at that and be like, nah, I ain't doing that, dude.
No.
Nope,
I've
nope,
never
I'm
been on
good.
one that's done that, but I mean, I know a guy that was doing chair work on the corner of a building, and everybody got down because the winds picked up over 15, and it was a rookie guy, and he's like, I'm going to finish this drop, and he ended up getting on a 24, 25-story building. He got blown around the building from the south side to the north side, and he went into the building backwards because once you're off the wall like that, you
Yeah,
cannot
you're
control
fucked. Yeah.
where you're going to go. Okay, so he spun backwards and went through a window
Oh,
into an attorney's office and ended up with like 98 stitches. You know,
Fuck.
and yeah, corners of buildings can be that way, especially if you're near the beach, dude. I mean, that building we're doing now, and we do the building across the street, it's a wind tunnel through there because you got the ocean and you got three 20-story buildings. So the wind, it's like a
Right.
Venturi. It picks, even though the wind might be 10 miles an hour here, when it goes between the buildings, it picks
Right.
up speed. And you
Right.
really got to watch it. I mean, so
You're
that
just saying
equipment shouldn't have been hanging.
yeah, they shouldn't
Yeah.
have been out there. That's
Yeah,
what
they
David
shouldn't have.
Kaznucha said. He said the wind was
Yeah.
nuts. I would never went up in those winds. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's some sketchy ass shit, dude. As soon as
Well,
I
there-
seen
there
that,
are
my
systems-
stomach was like, oh fuck, and I got
There
a
are
big stomach,
systems-
so that was like
I know.
intense.
I know. Spider makes a system that actually climbs the cables, but they're affixed to the building. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's fail safes for that stuff, so it's not possible. But let me tell you something. It's like, dude, have you ever taken your water fed pole 3 stories up in the wind and try to hold on to that
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
thing?
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
that's,
you're like, how is this little round thing that's a
Yeah.
2-inch diameter? I'm having trouble holding it up. Now imagine a 30-foot stage. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't stopping that.
No,
Right.
no. Yeah, so that's the end of the podcast, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Start studying.
Start studying now. Start studying for the 100th episode. There's like a 97% chance I'm going to go to the huge convention for a day.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I'm going to go
Oh,
have
yeah.
a couple of beers
Dude,
and
they
a couple
ought
of
to nut up
sandwiches
and-
with Mike
I
Nichols,
know-
Big Squeegee.
Yeah,
It's gonna
dude,
be
let them
dope.
do a live podcast from the convention. That would be fucking bad.
I'm down to throw in a new water-fed pole brush for you guys to give away if you're interested. I mean, we could always. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Mike, that's something that
just
you're
out-
going to drop ship. So you
Yeah.
don't have to send anything to
Yeah.
TJ because then he's got to ship it. Send him the information on what it is you want to give away.
Yeah.
So we have it for the board, and we would appreciate that. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
TJ's moob signing. I'm not signing anybody's man tits, dude. Kevin is fucking. Dudes, they are busting my balls super hardcore right now about that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a day. I want to go and meet Luke and Rihanna. I'm trying to get Tim to go. Maybe Tim will go if he can. Maybe Mark will go if he can. We don't know. Mark says, one time he says, I don't know if I can. And he goes, if I can, I will. And then he says, I can't go. And then he says, if I don't know if I can. You know, I get mixed signals from him. Me and my buddy Jason Snyder most likely are going to go. Joshua Schoaf says he can't go. So everybody's bailing on me. It's like, I don't understand. That's the only thing I don't like about this.
I'm gonna
It's just the
make it. I'm
time
gonna
of
make
year.
it.
I don't understand the time of year at all. I just don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't understand August, but, you know, I'm sure they have a reason for doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
It just seems weird to me. To me, it's almost like, in a way, it was almost when I outside looking in, before I got to know exactly everything that goes on there. It will. It almost seems like it's more geared toward the owner than the operator. You know what I'm saying? The owner operator.
Yeah.
Because of the timing. You know what I mean? It's August. You know what I mean? If you're from the
Yeah.
north, if you're from the northeast, you're like, August?
You're hungry to get out there and get some money back. Yeah.
You're like, fucking
But
August,
that's also,
man, for real,
they
dude?
also want you to, look, it's a trade show to buy stuff too.
Yeah,
So
yes,
they
exactly.
know that
It
your pockets
makes
are,
total
yeah.
sense in that regard.
End of August is better than beginning of August.
Oh,
'Cause you're
yeah.
still
If it was the end of
trucking.
August, I'd be fucking jerking off all over it. Oh, my God.
Beginning of August, you're still
Yeah,
trucking.
So, in the beginning of August, I'm going to have to do like the zoom out and then the zoom back. That's what I'm going to have to do. And I would stay until Saturday, but it's just not going to work. You know what I mean? I need to come back because when we went to Kansas City last year, and I came back Saturday, and I had, I was whooped. I ended up getting really, really sick. I don't know if you guys remember that in November, how sick I got, because I went, I did 16, we did the burn and turn, came back to Ohio, 16 hours. I worked the whole week, and then did a turn and burn to Mississippi from Ohio.
Yeah, for a wedding, right?
Charger for a wedding. Shout out to Michael Shane Pritchard and his wife Sheila. Thank you for having us. It was awesome. I hope you guys are true love always and all that whack ass shit. But dude, I got super sick, and I just want to go out, come back. I don't want Jennifer to be mad at me. I want her to still love me, so I'm just gonna go for just a couple days.
I have a family reunion on Saturday, so I have to be back.
I'm coming back Saturday. I'm coming back Friday. No matter. I'm leaving Friday. No matter what.
What time you want to leave Wednesday?
Early as fuck.
Okay.
Hey Tim, your family reunion, does that include karaoke and Bon Jovi? Like, is the whole family full of Bon Jovi fans?
No.
Would it be shorter for you to get to fucking Fort Wayne than it would be to get to Sandusky?
Nah, it's actually shorter than Sandusky, I think.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I think so. Because I think, I think
you know what? Fernando's a fucking asshole. Fernando, you're a fucking piece of shit, dude. Fuck you, bro. Of course. Why you gotta out me on the podcast? TJ going to kill another chicken sandwich. You motherfucker, you. You motherfucker, you.
I might not make it to the youth convention, but I'll make it to BB's Lawn-Side Barbecue.
I'll tell you this right now. Fernando really caught me slipping because, we're going to be buzzing through there. You know what I mean? So you never know what kind of tomfoolery might go down. You know what I mean? I might, you never know what's going to go down. The reason why I asked him is because, I thought maybe if it was shorter for you to get there, it would be sweet if, man, Seth, it'd be awesome. Why don't you fly to Ohio, you fucking pimp? Fly to Ohio and ride with us, you fucking pimp. Just do it. Fly to Columbus, ride up with Tim.
Yeah.
Meet me and we'll all just go boom. Come on, man. Don't be a hoe. Don't be like Mark.
What? I ain't doing nothing wrong. I told you, if I could be there, I'll be there.
Fernando, I am without question if time allows, I am stopping at BB's to get me one of those chicken sandwiches. Believe it.
Yeah. one for the road,
and I might
and
just shit on the Reach's. I might even shit on Reach's front door.
You got to.
I know he's got cameras running, so he can get a picture of it. I'm gonna take a doo right up, or I'm gonna fucking shit in my hand and throw it on the window. Go ahead. What's that?
That's another halfway across the state. You're gonna have to have Luke bring you one.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna have to have Luke bring me one of those chicken sandwiches. Right. I just got some Tucker hose from CWC. That is some stiff hose compared to Rhino tubing. You know what?
I like the Rhino tube.
I like the Rhino tube too. I can, like I said, Perry's just a fucking piece of shit, and I won't buy nothing from him ever again. The only thing I've found that's close to it, Phil sent me some black tubing, and it's okay. It's not as good as the Rhino tube. The Zero hose is not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost the same consistency. I don't know if I just need to let it break in first, but it seems like I got some green that matches the green that I already have. Yeah. And it's it's comparable. I would
Well,
almost
I
say
got
that
like
Chris
I got
swiped
like
the recipe
3
or
full
something.
rolls. So if you
I'm
ever
not
need it,
bullshitting because it's super close, dude. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry, buddy.
I said I got like 3 rolls of that shit. So I'm a big proponent of if you need more, just tell me how much you want. I'll ship it to you, and just don't pay.
How many rolls do you
know what I'm
have?
saying? I got 3 full rolls, 3 big
Full,
rolls of it, and I have a roll of the flat.
like that flat shit is garbage.
I never even used
All
it.
you
sitting
can
on
use,
the roll.
all you can use that under is like water, like regular hose bib pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you shut the system, I actually had it hooked up to my machine, and it fucking it's got good. It swole up this big. It looked like balloon animals, dude. It was fucking huge. I sent a picture to Barry. He's like, "It's not to be for those kinds of pressures," and I'm just like, "All right."
Yeah. No, I have Rhino hose
It was
too.
yeah,
And
it's,
like I said, so
shit
you don't have
happens.
to pay for it through him, and I'm not gonna, I've got a couple rolls, so we're good.
Hey,
Right.
Chris, going to give us permission to bring like 25 shirts each to sell, so we have beer money, or what?
I'm not bringing any shirts. I mean, if you want to peddle shit, you can. I mean, we can talk. We can talk
Well,
about it.
Let's talk about that.
We can do
That's
that. I
beer-
mean, I'm sure dudes will buy
That's
shirts
gas
from
money, bro.
you. Tim, the ever frugal Tim Huber, with quick word schemes at the huge convention. Yo, can I bring some shirts?
Yeah, you should make it a shirt. I went to the huge convention, and all I got was this shitty outlaw
t-shirt.
window cleaner t-shirt.
Dude, that's so fucking dope. Tim, if you don't run with that, you're a fucking
I'm doing
dumbass,
that.
dude.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, I'm good for 10%,
It should
right?
say
Tim?
that. Yeah, it should say that right on the back.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Yeah, I think it'd be cool if we could get a couple of the guys together from last year. I'm really disappointed about Mark, but I may or may not get over it. One of these days, I'll get over it. My heart will stop hurting. My heart will go on. I want to listen.
Dude,
to
all I
something
know
beyond
is
that.
I'll be there next year, and I'm going to tell Chris he needs to put me, TJ, Tim, and maybe even Josh up in the fucking penthouse, because we are the guest stars of that motherfucker.
Right. Oh man, our stream quality went bad.
Yeah.
So.
It's going again.
Is it going again? Well, I just lowered
Yeah, it's
it to, out of HD. I don't know what's going on. There's been some really weird internet things going on here. It keeps popping up telling me I've already got it off HD. I don't know how much lower I can make it. But
Why isn't Seth still on here?
if we crash, I'll bring it back up. Yeah, I've got some issues. I need to have whatchamacallit come in here and the cable company come in and find out what the hell's going on. I pay too much money for this. I actually overdo my cable internet because of the podcast, because I'm the one doing the streaming. You know what I'm saying? So all of the data is being processed right here. So I need the best internet I can get. This show was not cheap to do.
They just put fiber optic in my neighborhood. Is that any good?
Yeah, it's legit. That's what I'm using now. They call it, it used to be broadband, but our areas now they're going wideband. So I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I'm sure it's better than broad, so it's wide. It's got a lot more girth than broad.
Yeah. Ribbed for her pleasure.
It's wide. So yeah, it was nice today. At least finally for a change, 2 days back to back with sunshine. So that was
We've had
was
rain.
different.
We have rain every day, but it's in the late afternoon, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
You know what I
it
don't
starts
like
to
is when
blow.
Mark reiterates how good the weather is in fucking.
It is. It's hot. When it's hot, dude. The other day it was 91 degrees.
It's so nice here. It's so terrible.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, says the man who every morning posts, "I can't fucking work today. It's raining again. Fuck."
Yeah, well, I actually have a fucking complaint. You're like trying to complain about this motherfucker told me, he's like, I wore pants 3 times this year. I'm like, wow, Mark, you got it so bad, dude. That sucks.
It was 2 funerals and a Kansas City trip.
Me too, Tim. I was also in fucking Long John's 2 days ago.
Right. Stupid.
So, whatever, Mark. Fuck you and your whole face.
Yeah.
So does
Where's
anyone
Phil?
else find it ironic that Perry Tate has decided to put a kickstand on the bottom of his water-fed pole? I want you to tell me how ironic that is. None of us had
Yeah.
prior knowledge of the kickstand, but don't you think that it's weird that in his live stream about his new tools, he like called the Big Monsoon the kickstand?
Yeah. You know he's watching. That's
He
why.
watches the
Yep.
shit out. That's his favorite one,
Yep.
probably.
Yep.
And
yep.
now he's got kickstands on his water-fed poles. You know what I mean? He's making gunslingers to hold extra brushes. Does anyone else see what's happening here? Or is
Yeah.
it
Does
just
anyone
us?
else? Is it just me that walks around with 17 brushes as I clean windows?
I've never ever in my life come across a situation where I needed a brush on my side.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta
Dude.
have this brush right here.
Dude, if
You know what I
you
mean?
if you put
Listen,
his
this
brush, let's say if you put the constructor brush in that brush holder and accidentally have a slip and fall, not only will you hurt yourself, but that brush will be in a million. At least the gunslinger might hold all the pieces, so you won't lose anything.
Listen,
So bad.
I want to. This is this is what I want to know. He sells the Flow, right, which is a pumpless system, pure
Yeah,
waterification system,
yeah,
and he
yes.
boasts about how long and tall his poles go. What I
Yeah.
want to know is can you buy that Flow and hook it up to a water-fed pole that he sells at those bendy fucking
At 50
lengths?
feet, I
And
don't
feed
think
it
so.
and feed it with a Flow without a pump, right?
I
So why
I
would
wouldn't
you-
know, but I know that my hydrocart that does not have a pump will not pump to 50 feet, and it has a high flow membrane. It will not. I was using about 20 foot of water fed pole in my lift to try to reach this area at this hospital. So I was already up 50 feet. I had to go set close to 70. I had to hold the brush down low, turn it on, and then bring it up to the windows because it didn't have enough to get the flow started. And
I
that's
mean, if-
again,
Go
yeah.
ahead,
So
yeah.
I don't think it probably does.
I'll tell you this: is he using his rigid poop pants to roll up his water? Listen, his water, dude. I could tell you this right now. If you put, I mean, if you guys really wanted me to, I guess I could. I could fucking show you guys what the Mini looks like with those sections in between. If you guys really want to see, I can show you how sketchy that is.
Oh, I know it's sketchy because you're adding a lot of weight to the middle of the pole. That doesn't make no sense.
I can
None.
show you guys if you'd like to see. I mean,
Yeah.
you notice he doesn't do You notice Perry Tate does not do a lot of videos with the Mini, with the plus sections in it that he was hawking to everybody, saying it was this, that, and the third. Because I can tell you what right now, once I got a hold of all of it, it was not a good look.
Well, he
No.
was just looking for upsells. For
like,
it. I mean, that's what he's doing with the gunslinger right now. You know, he sold a shit ton of them last year. He's not selling so well this year. He's got to, he's got to figure out.
He's
another
been exposed. Yeah. Exposed on Outlaw Window Cleaner. Coming up next.
Yeah.
Duty Pants. Brought to you by the Kickstander.
What is he up to, like Gunslinger 7.0 by now? You know,
None of that
leaking
shit's been released.
leaking on a floor near you.
None of that shit's been released.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure he's going to release it soon, but we need a tadpole shirt or sticker. Oh, you mean that little logo with the tadpole on it? I actually made that. I made that fucking logo on, and that's one of my very first my very first creations I made, special for Philip. That's not Philip's logo. That's T Squeegee's logo. I made that. You know the little symbol with the tadpole and the symbol.
Yeah.
That was T Squeegee that did that.
I hope he's selling those things.
Well, from the sound of it, he is doing pretty well selling poles now.
Good
for him.
Good.
Yes,
That's
so
good.
shout out. If you want a Simpole, go to www.simpole.com. Check out Philip
They get-
Alexander's.
So
He's
quit selling
revamping his
TJ's
website, too. Say that, huh? What's that?
Quit selling TJ's
Yeah,
pole.
quit selling my fucking pole, Philip.
Jeez.
What he's trying to do, this is what Philip's trying to do is he's trying to say he wants me to buy he wants me to have a full Kevlar version, and he said if you want me to, I'll find somebody to buy your carbon fiber, high mod carbon fiber, to displace some of the cost. And I was like, it's not too bad of an idea, and I wouldn't mind having a full Kevlar pole, and that would and at the same time that's also going to help Phil out, because my videos.
It's going to help Phil,
shit.
but I'm going to ask you a question, T.
Yeah.
That full pole is what, 55 feet? How big is it?
54 feet.
54. Do you have the market for a 54-foot pole?
Actually, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a few jobs that I could use it on, like regularly.
Yeah. Okay.
Quarterly
Good.
almost. Yeah, quarterly even.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's good then.
Yeah, I have 2 jobs that I could use it quarterly on.
Nice.
Now, if you see the one video I did with the 8 sections of the high mod, you could see that I was like 2 sections short. I mean, the frequency in which I will be 54 feet with a pole is probably not very often. There are 2 jobs that I do quite frequently, and I do them with a lift normally. You guys seen one of them. I shot a video on it last summer. I did my one and only lift video on my YouTube channel. I could use the water-fed pole on that job. I could easily, and it would look good. You know what I mean? It's a good candidate for water-fed pole, and it will save me. It will save me a little bit of money on delivery, and it will save me from a little time too. You know what I mean? So it takes a lot of the guesswork out.
Well, as long as the results are good.
That's my main concern. Because if they're
used to nose to glass,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they're used to nose to glass, but I do the 2 floors with a water-fed pole every time.
Okay.
So I'm not doing it myself personally, but I do the top floor, the second floor, and the bottom floor gets done by a water-fed pole. So they're, because normally I have somebody with me that's not very experienced on the water-fed pole, like my brother, because it's at night, and my little brother comes down and he works with me, and, he can scrub a window and rinse it down, and they always look good, so,
Yeah, cool.
Just a little, big brother, little brother bonding. So,
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So he usually is down there with me on those 2 buildings. So, and I do the TJ, the 56 foot with all Kevlar sections with the Excalibur. Oh, okay, it's 56 feet, according to Jason. And he would know because he's got one and he raves about it. So, Big Squeegee, Mike Nichols. If you follow him on Instagram, he's got a bunch of pictures of that Kevlar stretched out. Well, he's got one on a church steeple, like fucking all the way up in the air, dude. It's just warm. It's got a little bit of a bend to it, but nothing like a carbon fiber pole would. It's pretty cool, man. What I think one of the better selling points I think he's gonna have with this pole is the fact that it's rugged as shit. It's rugged. Yeah. It's Jason Lehman friendly for sure.
Yeah.
for sure. So. I don't know, it's a cool pole, but, whatever. That's enough about Philip. So what do you guys want to talk about? What does everybody want to talk about? What do you think of the Wagtail Wave? I don't think anything about it because I've never used it, so I'm not going to make
That's the one that pumps water through it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the one that hooks up to a pump sprayer or something.
Yeah, something like that. Big pole for a big guy.
I don't know. All those things are great ideas. I'm not knocking them, and I'm not going to knock it if I haven't ever tried it.
Right.
It just seems to me on low glass. I'm sure carrying around a pump sprayer, you can go a lot longer without walking back to the bucket and whatnot. But it just seems to me like the worst thing I hate about water-fed pole is that the fucking hose sticks on everything possible.
There's that, but for me, I'll tell you this. I look at water-fed pole as a time saver. Yeah. That's what I look at water-fed pole as. You know what I mean? When you're doing low glass in that manner, to me personally, it kind of cheapens the whole effect, the whole vibe for me.
Yeah.
To me, like low glass storefront work, restaurants, you know what I mean, shit like that. That should be done with, like, could you imagine going and doing one of your Whole Foods with a water-fed pole and rolling out of it?
They would. I've done. See, yeah, they would. I mean? I've done it.
There's just something. There's something. There's something in their head as a consumer that's like, even with a lot of homeowners. You know what I mean? Some people can be sold on water-fed pole and some can't.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, it's not so much the end result, but what the perceived value in what you're giving them.
Exactly.
The perceived mental picture of what, hey, this is what I want this guy to do. I want to see him out there like this and wiping things. I want him to,
well, not only that, not at a place like a Whole Foods with the amount of traffic they get. I'm not kidding you, because that Whole Foods I showed you, I touch up the inside every time. If I'm not dragging a rag behind me, I got someone that works there wiping spots on the floor. I mean, you do not leave a spot of water. So if you think you're going to show up and put water above the transoms when people open the door and water comes down on them, you won't make it.
It's not going to happen, bro.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's just like what Phil did with the pump sprayer. No offense to Phil. Adding that step of spraying it and then scrubbing it with a washer makes 0 sense to me. 0. I'm going to be honest, for me. But I'm not going to walk into a Whole Foods, reach over a countertop where they have utensils, plastic fork, spoons, knife, napkins, trash cans, with a pump sprayer misting soap all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, one of my Whole Foods, when we do in the produce department, we have to clean our buckets out. We have to clean our equipment out. They wanted me to leave extra equipment there, which I just didn't do. Yeah, well, they want us to use their soap because if you put any chemical on their fruit, it's no longer organic.
Right.
They could get fined like 20 grand for selling an orange that has soap on it. So they're like, no. Yeah.
There's a couple of restaurants that I do that you got to be really careful of things like that. You know what I mean? They want to know what kind of soap you're using.
Yep.
They want to know if you know, like, safe handling procedures when it comes to shit like that, because you could fucking get somebody sick.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, because fucking people are allergic to fucking peanut butter.
Well, not only that, all it takes a lot of those stores, you know, you don't know who's in there. So let's say I clean a couple windows in the produce department, and then some guy's there from the FDA, and he could take some kind of swatch and put it on a water droplet that's even on the ground and say, "Well, wait a minute, this guy is using this type of soap. We can't have that," and they get fined. So, you know what? You want to collect that check, you got to do what they say.
Hey,
I don't
Jacob,
like their
man,
soap,
good for you, dude. Superior Services LLC. Sorry, missing the show. Got 4 more McDonald's to clean tonight. They added 3 more on me last minute. Hey, man, listen, Jacob, that's how you keep fucking jobs like that, is by doing that shit when they ask you last minute. That's the way you get them motherfuckers all the time.
Yep.
That's how I got mine. She's like, I need them done tonight. If you can't do it, somebody else will. And I was like, I'll be there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'll be there. Whatever you want, lady, I got you. I mean, within reason, of course. I mean,
dude, for an ongoing service, you should be doing backflips for ongoing service.
Ongoing service, and somebody that's a regular customer, you do. If you do what you got to do, player. You know what I mean? I'll figure. Like I said, I'll find out by Friday how much it's going to cost to send those plus sections to you. I'm going to hook you off, Jacob's starting over in life, and I figure my Reach It Plus sections and Mark Tanner's Connect and a Tucker dual trim brush from the Gold Pole that Chris sent me. I mean, that's set up right there. All he needs is
he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, he'll be ready to go, man.
Yeah, he'll be right with it.
Yeah, so... The Wave has a rinse bar on top, purpose-built for water-fed pole. Oh, yeah, I dig that. I can dig that. Yeah, I like I said, I'm not knocking it or, whatever. I mean, I'm just saying, just for what I mean, I'm not saying some dude might not come along, someday and with a wagtail wave and steal a fucking job from me. I'm not saying that's not a possibility, but I'm just, for me personally, I'm just at this point in my window cleaning career, I'm quick enough to do things by hand, and it's not really saving me a lot of time unpacking that, unrolling hose and fucking.
And not only that, go ahead, Tim.
Well, that's just where all the innovation's really at, is in the water-fed pole area.
Of course, yeah.
Well, how are you going to change on a squeegee? I mean, but the thing is, though, you go back to the way you learned and what you're comfortable with. Maybe if we showed up into window cleaning 5 years ago, we'd be all about that stuff,
Yeah.
I mean, but I know I can clean a window
That's a good way to look at
faster.
It too.
Yeah, fast or faster than anyone swinging one of those things around.
Yeah, a lot of guys that are starting out just haven't got to the point in their window cleaning career to where I don't think they realize how fast you can be in a traditional setting. You can still be fast. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We do it daily against these water-fed poles, just because. Yeah.
It is.
I remember one time
I can tell you right now, that wagtail wave is not working at none of the McDonald's that I do, player. I can tell you that much right now.
Them greasy ass McDonald's.
You can't use it on the inside. So you know what I mean. But on the
No,
outside, it just
it's
to
a
me
whole
at
nother
that point, it's
setup.
just like, yeah, just like a.
Yeah, I have a car dealership, and we were water fed pulling the top, and I didn't know who it was, still don't, but a little Chevy pickup truck with peace ladders in the back, so I know he was obviously some kind of window cleaner. Two guys go driving by, and all of a sudden I hear, "Get a ladder, asshole!" I look over, I had to laugh, even though he was calling me an asshole. That was funny.
Hey, Jacob, if you go, there's a couple of videos. It might be if you look for my Unger 0 degree video, man. I do a lot of McDonald's with that 0 degree, and just for that specific reason, climbing in and out of booths. I'm telling you, it will speed you the fuck up in there, man. You might have to add a little extra zoom to your fucking soapy water to just get to, because you're a little further out scrubbing the windows. But especially after, if you ever get yourself a carbon fiber trad pull, I'm telling you, man, I'm fucking Magic Mike with that shit. I'm all like, yeah. My 0 degree game is off the chain. I'm getting better with that accelerator handle too. I mean, I'm not Luke the window cleaner good, but I'm getting there. I just want to he's my hero now, so I want to be as good as him and Steve with that fucking thing. You know what I mean? Him and Steve. You see, Steve gave me a little shout out in his YouTube video. You probably didn't watch it, did you, Tim?
I didn't.
Tim, you should watch all of our buddies'
I'm not a cool
videos,
kid,
bro.
I'm not in the in crowd.
What do you mean, dude? You don't even watch my fucking videos anymore, you
Yes,
fucking
I do.
dickhead. No, you don't.
I've always liked your videos and put a comment in.
That's just an innocuous comment. You don't even really mean nothing by it.
Great
There's
video.
there's a like, and
editing.
instantly a comment. So you didn't. Yeah. There's instantly a comment after you like it on my notifications, dog. So you just say shit, man. You didn't even watch the whole video, bro. You probably ain't even made it through the 4th podcast yet, have you?
Shit, I'm on the podcast, bro.
What's that?
Hey, Tim, I'm going to ask you some podcast questions. How about that?
Yeah, we're going to ask you questions now, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouted me out, man. That was pretty dope of Steve-O.
Yeah.
He's like, I wouldn't have fucking... He gave me a little nod about my use with it, and then he said something about... he's like, I had this in my toolbox. I didn't think to use it the way you're using it. You know what I mean? Right. And to keep yourself out of climbing into booths and shit, man, it's fucking gangster, dude. On a pole, I'm telling you, man. I'm all about work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? That's something my grandfather drilled into
Well, let me
head.
ask you a question, because I climb in booths. How you wipe the sill from 4 feet away?
With a rag and the pole. Like I said, watch one of my YouTube videos and you'll see.
Yeah,
I fan the window down with the 0 degree, and when I come down on the bottom, I fucking wipe the window off with the same squeegee. I know a lot of guys are like, don't do that, but if you do it once a week, you know, I mean, there ain't gonna be shit on the sill. It'll be fucking.
Dude, I squeegee off every sill I clean.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that shit.
I don't care about the rubbers.
Yeah.
But you're the richest man in window cleaning for a reason.
Well, then I'm the second richest man in window cleaning then, because I do it too. It's just, to me, it's all one movement. It's faster. I come down, I knock the water off the ledge with the same squeegee, and then I take the other end of the pole and run the rag down the ledge as I'm going booth to booth to booth.
Yeah.
You know, Mark wants to be yeah. You see how dismissive he was. Like, if I worked for Tanner and I did that, he would fucking fire me.
I do
what? Fire you for what?
For doing the windows the way I do them, because I could tell just by the look on your face like that, you were like, yeah.
Like, no, I've seen you do it, dude. There's talent there. I don't do it.
I'm not looking for you to pat me on the back. I'm saying if I didn't do it, if I wasn't climbing into the booths, you'd scold me if I worked for you. You'd be like, why aren't you climbing in the booths? Why are you doing it? Why are you fucking lazy for? That's what you would say, wouldn't it?
I walk on the motherfucking booth every day. All right? That's it.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're doing it because it looks like a toddler standing up in the fucking booth.
That's true. I have to stand on the table. I pull his line and stand on the table.
Stand on the booth.
He looks just like a little kid. When he walks up, the fingerprints are right there in front of his fucking face. You know what I mean? He's like the perfect height.
Yeah. Dude, I got a burger joint today. I take straight ammonia with 2 drops of soap and spray handprints before I even soap them up.
Yeah.
I had to walk back to my truck and get steel wool to take these fucking handprints off. And you think they're gone until you stand back. Dawn, Dawn, blue, Dawn.
I'm finding Dawn's even getting, it's worse with fingerprints lately. I don't know if they changed the formula.
Now, you know what it is? This one, the burger joint it's burgers and fries. So them little kids' handprints, and they're all sliders, so the kids go like this.
Right.
Dude, I'm like, you almost have to bust a scraper out to get rid of that, man. It kills me every single time.
Yeah, I miss route order. But that's the thing about our industry is that every window cleaner has their different technique. We're all different.
Dude, my old man would wash a restaurant, okay, and leave handprints.
Oh, cool, Craig.
And I'm like,
cool, Craig.
We got to get that off. And he's like, I cleaned the window. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Right.
There's still handprints on it. It drives me fucking crazy. Go get the handprints off. They could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're paying us when we leave. I was scrubbing when the manager walked up and he's like, wow. And I go, man, he goes, I go, these handprints are killing me here today. And he goes, well, those aren't handprints. Those are from kids. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's from kids. What the fuck is that?
Are they? Hey, what are they then, you dumb fuck?
I'm surprised they gave you keys to the store, dude. You know?
Yeah. I would like to see some sales figures. You know what I mean? That the fucking, I bet you them fucking 0 degrees are selling like fucking hotcakes for Unger. Fuck, everybody's using one now. Fucking Steve's all copying me and shit, doing my videos and shit. Fucking Steve, man.
I'll be honest with you. After I seen you doing that,
that's super cool. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
After I seen you doing that, I busted mine out, and then I'm like, all right, TJ's is way looser.
Oh yeah,
than
that's
mine.
right.
So
that's
I
right.
loosened it up, and I tried to do my Whole Foods with it.
Yeah.
And after about 3 windows, I got the hang of it. The issue I have is I'm so used to the angle of my sorbo.
Yeah.
I'm always standing in the wrong fucking spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all
either
about,
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen another guy saying something. He's like, I like the Unger 0 degree, but on a pole it's hard to close out. No, it's not. You just gotta be. You gotta be standing away from the window. I mean, in some spot you just gotta get your distance right. Once you get your distance away from the window right, it works like butter, son. And I like it because the reason why I do that, and to me it's transition time. So instead of clearing, you know how like you normally see me clear out the top of a window and then I'll take the squeegee off the pole and finish.
Yeah.
I started doing that inside of restaurants instead of climbing into the booth afterwards. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a fucking squeegee I can do this thing from out here with, and that's where that started from.
Well, let me ask you a question. Like, I have a pizza restaurant every Friday.
Have you ever ripped a fucking vinyl booth cover before and had to pay for it? I've done
no,
a few
but I'm
of those.
sure. Yeah, I know. But
and I got.
If they got blinds, you still got to climb up there to pull the blinds, or you climb in on your knees.
I grab them with the pole, bring it out to me, and then let it flop, and then bring it back in.
Yeah.
I do everything with the pole.
It's a pain in the ass. One of my restaurants got new blinds, right? And I'm like, they have these little barrels, so it's 4 strings going into 2, right? And it's got this barrel, right? Well, dude, you start pulling and the barrel opens up. Now you're trying to line the 4 strings up. You know what I'm saying? So I see this blind guy, right? And I'm like, I got to ask you a question. What happened that blind turned into total shit? Because they have these stupid barrels on them, and he goes to me, he's just looking at me, and I go, you know what? I've tied knots in those motherfuckers so they don't come out like that anymore. He goes, don't get caught doing that. I'm like, what, is that like tearing the pillow tag off, the mattress tag? He says, no, they do that for child safety. If a kid puts that shit around his neck and he falls, it's going to open up. Yeah. And I'm like, I go, well, make a better barrel, because that thing sucks.
No, dude. Mark is responsible for some fucking terrible shit in the world.
Yeah. It's like that picture on the side of a bucket with a kid drowning in it.
I left my bucket there half full on purpose. You little bastard.
Philip Alexander asked, do you carry bronze wool? You know what? Steel wool rusts out in 10 minutes in South Florida. Maybe it's probably the same everywhere. It sucks. Turns your water orange right away. God forbid you leave a steel wool in your gunslinger. You're fucked the next day. But that bronze wool bullshit, first of all, it doesn't have enough bronze where it doesn't oxidize, which then could be a problem on glass. A. And B, they give you almost nothing for your money. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, give me a nice big pad of it and I'll use it. But no, so I don't carry that.
The pads that you buy, like the regular standard 8x12 pads or 4x12 pads, whatever the fuck they are, 4x8 or whatever they are. Yeah. For the doodle bugs and shit like that, you're not getting enough the brass.
No, you can see the weaving between it.
Yeah, one or two uses and it's not worth a shit.
Yeah, it starts to turn black.
0-degree handles are great. I don't use them much anymore because all the tips on my poles are angled. Well, good for you, wagtail guy. Why don't you go blow yourself now with your angled tip? Somebody, that dude was like, you say mean things to your friends. It shows you how cool you are. I'm like, what are you talking about? My friends say mean things to me. Are you not following along here?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
I
got a question for you, T.
Yeah.
Richie Blue uses that high flyer thing that he talks about all the time, and I've never seen a video of him using it like that other guy. He's really good with it. What's his name? Marcus. Yeah, Marcus is a master with that. But do you not see Richie cleaning the inside of a restaurant with that high flyer with a bunch of people looking at him, and when he finishes the window, he goes, "Hey!"
Oh, it's so good. Hey!
Yeah.
The porcupine sleeves are gangster. That's cool. I've never used. I've had one of those before.
I had one, but you know what it does? A lot of times because it's got like
shit.
monofilament. Yeah, it leaves lines. It leaves lines. It takes off where the monofilament touches, but where it's not, it's a regular
mono. Fucking all this shit.
Yeah, swirly swirls. Yeah.
If I need to bust a fingerprint off some shit, you know what I do? I add an extra dab of fucking what you want to call her in there. Who's this?
Well, I'll tell you what. I seen that picture that you put.
I'll call you back.
I seen that picture you put up with the bronze wool pad wrapped around that hoo-ha thing. I'm gonna be getting me. I'm gonna start. Yep.
Man, dude, listen, bro. Don't you ever. Ooh, man, that was almost an epic fail. Whew. So, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh hell.
Window cleaners unite.
Me?
Yeah. What are you doing,
up, dude?
What's up, Mark?
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Mark?
Hi, Mark. How are you guys doing?
Good, man.
Hey,
how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just got in from work. Had a nice day. I had court today.
You had court today?
You're not in jail, so
I
that's
got
a plus, right?
Ticket.
You got a speeding ticket.
Yeah. It was
Did
crazy.
You get it on your? Did you get it on your Craftsman lawnmower?
First time in a long time, but I thought you guys were mad at me about that GS 3000. I got her mowed though.
Yeah.
You got her mowed? No, we're not mad at you at all, dude. We think it's great that you got the GS 3000 fixed, man.
I felt like I was asking for somebody to do my homework.
So is there a little bit of delay? I mean, how far out in BFE are you, Mark Darnell? I mean, because your reception is probably some of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's almost as good as Ron's.
Bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Mark Darnell's internet sponsored by Fisher Price.
Yeah. I'm going to see Richie Blue tomorrow because it's going to be in San Diego over the weekend. Have Sim 22 with only 5 sections new. Anybody want to help pay for it?
He just deleted it.
What?
All right. I got a good one here. We got a good question that I'm going to be able to answer for Kevin. Kevin Hargis asked.
Yeah.
Any of you guys done elevator shaft windows? I have my first one to do Friday. Any tips? Not sure how I'm going to do the car glass. Okay, I've got the answer for you because I just did 3 of them and contracted them for twice a year because the previous window cleaner didn't figure it out. All right, so depending on I have an elevator key to open the doors, which you're not supposed to have. Okay. The company might bring in an elevator company to run the elevator so you could stand on the roof of it and they'll lower it down. You can clean the windows. And then the issue is the glass on the front of the car between the windows and the elevator, right? You can't get. So what you're going to do is, let's say it's 4 stories. You're going to do 3 stories from on top of the elevator. Then you're going to send the elevator up, open the first floor door, climb down into the well, and get the last 2 or 1 story, right? Mm-hmm. Because you can't get the windows in front of the elevator. Mm-hmm. Then put the elevator back on the first floor, go to the second floor, send it down to the first floor, open the doors, okay? This is what I did on mine because it only had a gap of about 3.5 inches between the elevator cab and the outside window, and you can't reach in there. And it's about 8 foot window on an average elevator, because if it's a 10, 12-foot elevator.
Yeah.
What I did was I brought my pure water system. I brought the hose up the stairwell, over the balcony railing, open the elevator, then climb on top of the elevator and I just put straight ammonia, a little bit of soap, a little bit of water, scrub the front of the elevator car on a pivot mop, reach down in between there and scrub it down real good. And then just take your pure water from whatever cart you have and reach over there and just gently rinse it down till you get all the soap away. Mine dried perfect. Then you have to send the elevator back up and hit the windows that got splashed on the inside again, But we did 3 of them. Each one took about maybe 20 minutes, and it was $600. So
that's not a bad fucking. Yeah.
No, but
go ahead, Mark. Mark Tanner, Mark fucking Tanner, figuring it out for you fucks.
Yeah, and if you have tools that lock to, like, T, you say you like your tools to lock to the cone, because I dropped them off because mine don't lock, and then it gets stuck between the elevator and the wall. It's a pain in the ass to get it back. But if you have tools that lock to the pole, you just reach down in there and scrub it around.
I could probably squeegee it with a 0 degree.
Yeah, you could probably 0 degree it. Yeah.
I'm a fucking pimp.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
3-inch gap. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, but
I'm totally jerking myself off here. Tim is so mad right now at me. He's like, dude, you're such a fucking douche.
I'm not mad.
Every time I talk to you, every time I say something, you're like, oh, God.
Before we get back to clowning.
No.
Kevin.
Go ahead,
Mark. Kevin Hargis, if you have PM'd me before, if you need help with that, just call me or PM me, private message me, and I'll go through that again with you. But I'm going to tell you, I was amazed at how good they came out, because mud was running off of them. I mean, you could see the dirt because they hadn't been cleaned. And what happened was the guy that was soap and squeegeeing them, every time he'd squeegee off the sill, it would run down between the elevator and the glass curtain, and it was splashing on the car. So when I went there to look at the job, I'm standing on the outside. I'm like, it looks fine. She goes, come into the elevator. And the elevator, you're like, holy cow. I mean, it looked like privacy film. It was so.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to do it twice a year. So it's going to be simple next time, even easier, just quick scrub and rinse.
Especially once you buy a 0 degree with a locking cone, you're going to be fucking like TJ is the best.
Yeah. Well, the challenge was getting the washer to hit it, believe it or not, because there's such a small gap. You got to put the mop on, like, here's your pole and here's your T. You got to put the mop like this to get it down in there.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just work it back and forth. And, it's probably better if I had someone in the elevator telling me, you're not hitting this area.
Yeah.
So you learn as you do it, but I'm telling you, it came out great.
I think a first-time cleaning, especially if they're as bad as what you said they were, the way you did it, you can't beat that.
Yeah, no, it dried
perfect. You're giving it a nice rinse. I mean, I'm sure it's not like a gush, but you're rinsing it down.
No, and they didn't even want me to do that because the other guy got water in the top of the elevator and shorted out all their LED lights. Mm-hmm. So I showed up with a Harbor Freight 4x8 plastic tarp and laid it on top of the elevator and just stood. And I'm like, and I put a ball valve, a shut-off valve on my rinse, and only time I turned it on was reaching over the edge. So the only thing that got into the, it went down the elevator well, which is fine to get water in there. And the only issue on one elevator was when we opened the door, because they don't seal those windows because they're never going to get wet, we had to mop up a puddle on the floor of the elevator on the tile. But other than that, you got to watch for that. But it came out great. So if you need more on that, Kevin, you can give me.
If you need more on that, call me. I'm the smartest man in window cleaning, confirmed by Perry Tate. So we all know what that means.
It's true, and if he says it must be bullshit. That's the way I look at it.
He was just blowing you because you went after his man's.
I just like to figure shit out.
But the way you went after his buddy in the fucking the high rise. That fucking
shut his ass down.
Let me wrench you. Let me fucking do this, and this. You get the job, and then I'll do it, and then
Well, you know what? I got to say this,
Mark.
T.
Fucking but you shit. Yeah, but you were like super combative,
TJ,
dude.
If you
I felt like you were in there going hard body in the paint because of me and what happened earlier in the day. I know you were. You shouldn't have done that.
Because when he came out and yelled at us for coming in and supporting,
super passive.
I knew I was going to go I was going to go brand some ass.
Yeah, it's super passive aggressive. This dude was in there doing the show. whole spiel, and they started asking questions, and Perry kind of insisted that Mark ask a question, and it just went south, man.
Yeah.
Everybody was just like, "Ooh!" No, but nobody said that, but everybody was thinking it like, "Woo."
Yeah, well, you know what? Because Kaz Nocha knows the high-rise game. Yeah. He sat there with the grin on his face going, yeah, man. You just got I got cheerleader there.
Fucking just king of bullshitters, man, and just surrounded himself with bullshitters. It was just funny as fuck, dude.
No,
that was a funny time.
Phil, you can't use the sim back. You cannot. Dude, I'm telling you now, every elevator is going to be different, but the ones that I've done, and this is the second time I've done this way, the gap between the elevator glass and the glass that in the chase is 2 to 3 inches. You're not sticking vacuum
fucking dude, man. This dude, I just he just, you know what I mean? That dude's hilarious, man. He's
so shit he ain't got developed yet.
I'll send you the sim back.
Listen, if you've ever been underneath an elevator in what we call the well, there's drains in there. It's made that if water gets in that shaft, it does not flood the elevator. And the only thing down there is 2 big springs and the hydraulic piston. There's nothing else in there. You can put water in there, and I'm talking about maybe 3 gallons of water if it was really dirty. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
boy.
Let me tell you one thing. I'll remind you of the story when I was working in Martha's Vineyard. The best thing to do with a wet vac is fart into the hose and
spread it through the whole property. That's
dude. I'm gonna bring it on the next podcast. My wife bought this.
Have you never done that, Tim? You've never made a fluffy into a vacuum cleaner on those construction teams? You've never made a fluff in a vacuum cleaner, dude? And what
first
the
of
fuck,
all,
bro?
That
dude, first of all,
breeze,
we'll have you know that last night Richie Blue fucking recorded himself shitting in the toilet. Shitting and pissing in the toilet at the same time. Richie Blue. And there's a little bit of poot in there. It was like, bada bloop.
Phil, you're not understanding. You cannot trad them. You cannot trad 8 foot down in a gap this big, dude. Come on. I'm calling you out, buddy.
I got water coming out of my shaft. Why can't Seth be that brilliant on the podcast?
Yeah, because he's too shy.
Yeah, he's too shy. You need to come out of your shell.
On the fucking
Seth.
Channel 6 News and someone might see him.
Yeah,
you know?
It's time to come out of your shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to come out of your shell, Seth, and get on the podcast and say the things that matter. Like that right there. That matters. That matters to our demographic. People need to know these things. You know what I mean? I feel like our listeners are waiting for those kinds of little
That's a great rating.
bursts. Yes, those bursts of intelligence is what this podcast needs. I mean, they've got to know that kind of shit. Mark Tanner's typing a very vicious and rude message.
No.
That's false information and slanderous. Oh my god, dude. Richie Blue, man. I fucking love that guy, dude. Like, seriously, I love that dude. He's the best.
Night after avocados.
Dude, me and fucking Mark, we went so hard body on fucking Richie last night. Yeah. I felt bad. I made a group and just so we could fucking like fart and fucking just like, dude, you know us, just like the same thing we do to you, Tim. We were doing to fucking Richie, and I was just like, Richie was just like, dude, you guys fucking suck, man.
Dude, but you know what the funny thing is? The difference between him and Tim was right out of the gate.
He just dropped the deuce. Like, wait a minute. A legit, it made me feel really awkward. I'm like, dude, did you just shit?
Yeah. You know what? And we tried it before. I tried to call out Josh Schoaf because I know that motherfucker would sound like a train horn coming, okay? And he wouldn't fucking bite. But Richie jumped right on the back of the shit.
That's so funny. Dude, Richie Blue is fucking hilarious, man. Yeah, dude, it is what it is. What can you do, man? He said, "Where's the proof?" Is that what you really want, Richie?
We can forward it. We can forward it.
I can play it right now on the podcast.
Dude, give me my phone.
Give me my phone. No, don't do that on the air because there's a lot of private shit in there. You got to watch what you're doing there, dude.
No, I know which one it is.
Oh,
I've got an asterisk next to it.
Do you really? I got an asterisk next to it.
Find it.
Dude, fucking hilarious, man. We had something else. This is the podcast right here, dude.
Okay. This is a Richie Blue original. We talked a lot. Man, find that fucking thing.
Hey, Mark, I can hear it, dude.
I can't stop laughing at this.
I can't find it. Fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll find it.
He
You
did
guys
that
talk.
shit, though.
Trust
Yeah,
me.
but you got to be quiet, though.
I will. I'm not gonna let anything play that.
Yeah,
we
because
don't-
there's some fucking really spicy shit in there, dude.
Yeah.
There's some real weird. We said a lot of bad shit about Tim during that. No, dude, come on, bro. You know better than that. You know us. If we're gonna say something bad about you, we're gonna fucking tell you right to your face.
Yeah, come on, you
and
gotta
make
know
you feel
better.
like a total piece of shit in front of everybody. That's one thing you can respect about the three of us. So is if we got something to say, we're gonna fucking tell you on the podcast.
All right. Okay, hang on.
Christmas morning, man.
Check it out. I gotta let it restart. Okay.
Did you hear the two plops? Because that's official.
This is why I don't share this stuff with you guys.
There's
This
no
is exactly
evidence to
it.
support these accusations.
Dude, it just happened to happen.
Hey, dude!
I got it.
Shut her down! Shut her down! Shut her down! Shut her down!
See that? Richard's got some talent back there.
Oh, man. Sunday night podcast, maybe Richie and I could be on together from his workshop. I talked to Richie and he said no. So. Oh, dude, that was hilarious. Sorry, guys, for that long pause and silence there for that childish payoff. But you know, it is
But it
what
was worth it.
Did you hear the distinct plop? Because I hear it every time.
Yeah.
I was the message right after that was, dude, did you just shit on the phone? And Mark's like, oh my God, was that real?
I never expected that out of Richie, man.
Dude, that shit was so fucking funny, man. Oh, I started dying. I almost pissed myself laughing. It was so funny. Me and Mark, how long did we laugh? We laughed for like 10 messages afterwards.
Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, it was so great. It was so great.
I actually got in my truck this morning, and once this phone synced to the truck, I listened to it in the stereo. You know, hey Seth, I bet Seth could blow some smoke.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You guys get hard-ons for fucking farts.
Nobody said anything about a fucking boner, weirdo.
Dude,
Yeah.
he puts it in stereo.
No, it's right. Dude, I fired
farts
for
and
everybody
poops are
here.
funny. Did you see? Mark? How many people did you share that video of that dude shitting in that toilet? The rocket turd. How many people did you share that
At
with?
least
Come on,
20.
bro. This dude bent over in front of this toilet and shit this turd out. It had to be 16 inches long. Shot
And
it.
he made it right into
It
the
made
toilet.
it right in the toilet, bro. It was the fucking best shit ever. Like, literally. It was the best shit ever. Get it?
Yeah, dude,
If
it had a
anyone
nice
wants,
arc. It went right in.
if anyone wants the fucking
All
shit,
net.
the
All
turd,
net.
nothing but that, dude. This dude shit this 16-inch long turd. Nothing but net, bro. It was the best shit ever. Like, literally. If you want to see it, just private message me. I'll shoot it to you. Somebody, I don't know who sent it to me, but I think it was Power Wash Plus that sent me. Dude, as soon as I see it, I about pissed myself. Oh, I was like, dude, that's so awesome. I think you mean defecation of character, Richie. Oh my gosh, see what I'm saying about Seth? Seth, what the fuck, bro? We need you, dude. That's so good. You mean defecation of character. That's so good. Mark's like, what's defecation mean?
I know all about it.
Yeah.
I know all about it. Mark's over the weekend, Mark sent me a message about something, and you could hear his wife in the background busting his balls about penises. It was so fucking funny, dude. Like, she was so I don't know, she wasn't mad, but you could tell that she's like, Mark has been like on a roll all day, and she was just like, fuck this guy and his fucking wieners, you know what I mean? It was fucking so funny, dude. And it was so she was roasting him so good that he cut it short, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, I don't hardly ever get in trouble. I do get in trouble every now and then.
Dude, it was so I don't think you were in trouble, but you could tell she was like, "Oh, okay, Mark."
What were you doing with
Yeah. Huh?
What were you doing with penises?
I don't even remember. I'd have to go back and look at the messages.
He makes penises out of everything, dude.
Yeah.
He makes penises out of the fucking, the Baby Bell cheese, the red wax?
Yeah.
Dude,
He
I'll tell you a
molds
funny
penises
story.
out of that, dude.
I don't know if I've ever said this story, but where I live, we're a rural community, but to get to my community, you got to go through, a bunch of gated community on the main road, right? Well, there used to be one of these, those signs with the magnetic letters. It said, "Welcome to the village of Royal Palm Beach," and then it has the different events that are going to be,
Oh, no.
So, dude, I actually pulled my truck over to the side of the road at 4:00 in the morning. Lucky I was going to work, and it said this summer, men's tennis camp, ages 18 to 34, something like that. So I changed it into this summer, men's penis camp, age 18 to 34. Dude, my neighbor who had the lawn service, he called me up. He goes, I had to pull over. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Tim? And he goes, I was laughing so fucking hard, I almost wrecked my truck. And I know you fucking did that.
Dude, you guys have no idea. Like I said, I'm super upset that fucking Mark is not going to be in Branson so people can meet Mark in person, because Mark is fucking like the best dude ever. He's like the best dude ever.
You haven't convinced them yet?
Huh? No, man, I don't want to shame him. I'm trying not to shame him, because the reason why he possibly can't come is you can't make a more valiant fucking excuse not to be there. My brother is retiring from serving our country, and I can't be like, you're not going to come, you fucking douchebag. You know what I mean? I can't do that.
Look,
he's retiring on a Thursday?
Huh?
He's retiring on a Thursday?
No, it might be over that weekend.
It might be over that weekend.
And the military, dude, it's when the military decides the ceremony. It's actually a ceremony. This isn't, if it was just a party for his retirement, but understand, he's like, that.
I know you and that brother are very, very close. Correct?
Yeah, I'm 10 years older, and growing up, I was like a mentor, a father figure to him a lot, especially when my dad passed away. So every advancement him and his wife has been through in the military, I've been there, whether it's in Boston, Alabama. I've been all over, for his things, and it's very important to me that we support what little family we have left,
I couldn't agree fucking more. And
I'll tell you a cool story. He told me today, because he's leaving the Air Force, and literally within 2 weeks, he starts flying for American Airlines.
Oh, shit.
And American Airlines pilots get 20 tickets a year for friends and family. So, dude, I'll be coming to anything and not have to pay for flights anymore. That's totally sweet. Yeah.
How do you think there'll ever be a chance that you'll take a plane like that your brother's flying? How cool would that be?
I would love that. Well, when I went to visit him, we were in Boston up by Seth. And so my brother owned a small plane at that time, like a Piper Cub. And when he was getting his hours and everything, and he bought this plane. My brother's very smart. He bought this plane, and even a small plane like that, dude, is huge money. You know, I mean,
of course,
huge
yeah,
money.
fuck yeah.
And
Because there's maintenance on that's like you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
maintain the
Yeah,
fuck out of a
and- yeah,
plane, dude.
yeah. So he bought this plane with a partner, and then they leased it to a flight school. So
Okay.
every time that plane flew in the air, he was getting $125 an hour. Okay, and the flight school made the difference up, but he had to do the maintenance on it. But they leased that plane out enough where it was almost making the payment on the plane. You understand?
Wow, yeah.
So he did that for like 8 years, and then he finally, when he moved from Boston, then he went to Alabama. He got rid of the plane, because he had enough hours to start qualifying to be a commercial airline pilot, which he did all. The Air Force paid for it. He went to some very good schools. They paid for it, but it wasn't. He didn't qualify to be an Air Force pilot. You understand? So he did all this on his own, and so. He's literally leaving a job for 20 years and walking. I go, dude, why don't you take a month off?
Kind of being like a pilot for the Air Force. I mean, that's kind of like almost like a professional athlete, right?
Yes, only the most elite,
the best of the best of the elite,
school,
correct?
yeah, the school, yeah. You want to get in $1 billion jet, like
and be
one
fucking
time
going hard body karate. That shit. That's some
Dude.
badass motherfucking dudes up in them planes.
Let me tell you. I'll tell you one thing. I met a guy. My brother says, I want you to meet this guy, and he's a general, and I want your boys to meet this guy, because you just sit and talk with this guy, and you'll know exactly what I mean. I met one of only five stealth bomber pilots in the world, dude. He's an older guy, and I was just talking to him, like, and he's an older guy. He's probably in his 60s. But I'm like, so you're only he says, I'm only one of 5 qualified pilots to fly the stealth bomber. That's the big motherfucker.
Right.
And he said, yeah. And just to talk to him, he met my kids, and then he goes, let me go to my hotel room. And he came down with stealth bomber pins for my boys. I mean, it was just such a good, the military takes these people and they're good people.
Right.
They have values, and the one thing is that's their family. Like, I watch my brother interact with the military, and it's like, holy cow. And everywhere he goes, he takes off his uniform most of the time, because they don't leave him alone. Like, thank you for your service. He's like, you just get tired of it. He goes, I just want to be in civilian life again, because I've been doing this for 20 years.
Right.
So, and he's done a lot. And
sounds like he's worked really hard to get where he wants to be. And
yeah. And he sacrificed. I mean, he sacrificed a lot.
Right.
He sacrificed a lot. He's had to move every 4 years. He's been to Afghanistan.
So when are you coming to the huge convention? Are you still coming, or are you just gonna keep fucking making excuses? So this is what I want to know. I want you to fucking, like, when you say, we need to know that I know he's seen UFOs, right? I mean, he's seen them, right?
You know what? And because he's a pilot, I've asked him, and he's always known I've been interested in it. And he'll tell you, Mark, if I ever see anything, I will tell you. He says, but most pilots know their career is over if they come out with something like that. He says, but he's also, when he was stationed at Wright-Patterson, I told you this, when he was stationed at Wright-Patterson, he also told me, when I asked him about Hangar 18, he told me, he says that particular hangar is guarded 24/7, 365 with military Humvees, M16s, and they tell us you don't ask what's in there. They tell the the military that they restore old airplanes for museums in there. That's what they tell them. He goes, so you don't ask. He goes, I don't know what's in there. And,
wow.
Didn't they just like unclassify a bunch of UFO sightings from pilots?
I honestly don't know.
That his grandfather was buried there at the base where he was stationed at.
Yeah, it's a beautiful base, man. It's a beautiful base.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah. The military has been very good to my brother, and my brother's been very good to the military.
Right.
And now, and I don't give a shit what anyone says politically, my brother can walk into any hospital of choice and get free health care. Okay, don't have to go to the VA anymore. He goes, dude, he goes, all these people that are bullshitting you on Facebook, he goes, you tell them to talk to me. He says, because I'll tell them what's the truth. That we've got huge increases. We've got huge amounts of brand new equipment. He goes, most of our F-16s are from the 60s.
Well, that doesn't matter to a lot of people. A lot of people think that people that are in the military are, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? They signed up for it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
We're going.
A
We're
lot
going
of
to.
people are like that.
We're going to. We're going to war with Iran. It looks like.
I don't think it'll happen.
Nah, we're not going to war with nobody. Nobody wants no smoke with us, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I
My
don't know.
cousin Alec is going to Korea.
Ugh.
He's here till the 10th of June, and then he's going overseas. So
It's a bad time. A lot of tension there.
I don't know what's up with that appointment and why it's being shown. But, you know, hi. What's so funny, Mark?
Seth Beyer says his turds look like an angry, wound-up rattlesnake. Oh, my God.
Oh, man, yeah, this podcast went flat quick, man. You know, we've done 100 of these, man. Or almost. We're getting close to 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
the 100's going to be
97,
epic,
right?
man. The 100's going to be...
Well, I don't want people to get their expectations up to where this is going to be a 3-ring circus or anything. We're just giving away prizes. I've got a special... It's not going to be the Wheel of Wonder much longer. I'm having something super fucking special made for the center of this wheel. You guys are.
If that is what I think it is, I'm not gonna keep a straight face. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be laughing the whole time.
Your suggestion that you made yesterday, that's going down. That's going down.
Oh yeah, you're the man.
Yeah.
You're the man.
What's up, Jason? Catledge. Yeah, man. So I mean, if you guys don't know, our 100th episode is going to be May 26th. May 26th, we will probably have a little longer podcast. I mean, as probably most of you probably do realize, it's probably going to be a little longer. So right now, what I would like to do is figure out with Tim and Mark here on the air is are we going to go earlier or are we going to run later? Because the following day is Memorial Day. Do you want to keep it at the prime time hour of 8 o'clock, 8:30, or do you want to go earlier? Do you want to go earlier or do you want to just run later?
I think we should start it at 8 o'clock. Yeah, start it at 8.
And just see where it goes from there.
Yeah. I mean,
and
I think
we have. I need to get all this out. We actually, he's confirmed by Pinky Swear, and he wanted me to hold him accountable tonight on the podcast again, that Joshua, the Big Shof, is going to be here for the 100th episode. He said he wouldn't miss it for the world. You know what I mean? Because he's our silent brother at arms. And he's got he's got 3 little kids that are under 3 foot. It's he's living the nightmare and the dream all at the same time. But he called me. He's like, so I just wanted to call you and tell you verbally that I'm confirming for the 100th episode. So Joshua Shof will be here for the 100th episode. That's gonna be super gangster.
So we doing shots every time somebody wins something then?
I knew. Pure water. Not pure water. Power. Mark's cap is really throwing me off. WindowCleaner.com threw out a bunch of prizes for this, and I want guys that watch this podcast, especially our loyal guys that have been here from the very beginning, because they know the whole arc of this story, which turned out to be we look like assholes, and then we come out like Andy Dufresne on the other side. We crawl through a mile of shit and come out the other side rosy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And Baba Booey. And Baba Booey, too.
Yeah,
we look like Baba Booey.
Yeah. WindowCleaner.com ponied up a 3K poll, some tickets to the huge convention. That's pretty gangster. Aztec Innovations and WindowCleaner.com are ponying up a screen washer branded with Squeegee Life on it. That we're giving that away. We're giving away a trad tadpole from Simpole.com, and we are also, which I'm going to tell you, it's a tough race between which is my favorite prize, but Casper Shoring and Black Diamond Squeegee Rubber.com, or whatever the hell you want to call it, Black Diamond Squeegee Rubber, it gave us 2 gross of rubber to give away. So that's fucking pretty awesome too. That's huge. I think that's a super awesome prize for someone out there. So thanks to him as well. Who else do we have on here? Thanks to Window Cleaning History. Follow Window Cleaning History on Instagram and Facebook. Man, they coupled up with me to do a super sweet T-shirt. And I've only shown it to like a couple people. And I think it's the preliminaries. So it's pretty gangster. He really likes it. I think everyone's gonna really, really like this shirt. I think this might be my best one. So that's
Nice.
pretty cool. So thanks to him for wanting to partner up with me. We're podcast buddies. He likes the same podcasts that I do. So, Noah Peterson is an awesome dude. So look forward to that. Of course, outlawwindowcleaner.com is donating some Outlaw Window Cleaner shirts for the podcast. That's going to be super dope. That's a giveaway. What else do we got? We got shit pants from Keep It. We got a decal package too.
Yeah, and just so you guys know,
I tell you what, we'll take the decal package off and we'll put Mike the Glass Cleaner's brush on there if
there you go. And the Cheap It pants are autographed in diarrhea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I will tell everyone this. I've almost mastered the splice of the shit pants into videos. You know what me and you have been talking about, Mark? I've almost got it. I've almost got it. I've almost got it, dude. Yeah, and most likely it'll have to be a short clip. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna fucking pull it off, brother.
Well, look, dude, do me a favor. Send it over to me. Let's look at it together. Maybe we'll do a voiceover with it.
Yeah, dude, listen. If you like the kickstander, you're gonna love the duty pants because the duty pants are fucking next level, bro. I almost got it. It's so hard to, you know what I mean? Don't take the decal off. Well, I tell you what, man, the decals, everyone's gonna get a chance to win decals. I mean, I had some dude roast me for wanting shit for free, but I don't think I give a lot of shit away.
Well, I'll tell you what, T. How about this? I mean, I'm not gonna overstep my bounds. But if you call in if you are the right caller and you don't win a prize, the parting gift is a decal.
Yeah.
How about that?
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll send you. I see that Squeegee Life sticker up above my head, right there next to the black diamond thing. That little white one. I was trying to do something new. I'm not a fan of the squeegees. He tried, but I don't think he pulled the squeegees off right. They kind of look like sorbo handles, but not really.
Yeah.
So he tried. It's just, he's like, what do you think? I was like, people are, I'm sending them out anyways to people that, order shit. I give you a free. You always get something extra from me, no matter what. I make sure that you always get something extra from me. I don't get on here and do this for free shit. 99% of everything I've ever done a fucking review on has been purchased by me. So when people make that reference to me, you must be only interested in the free shit, that kind of pisses me off a little bit because this is the home of free shit. Just so you know. Just so people are aware. You need to do Jort's giveaway from Mark. Yeah, I'm not opposed to Mark sending out an autograph here in Jort's.
I might have to dig them up. Let me see what I can find. I haven't worn those things since I started. I've been bludgeoned in the beginning of the podcast, 100 episodes ago.
The things that this podcast has brought to the forefront, like the fact that Perry Tate shits his pants and makes fucking junk. The fact that Mark Tanner used to wear jorts, no longer wears jorts. You know what? And I'm going to say this, and if somebody would like to prove me wrong, they can. But all you carbon fiber trad users out there, you're welcome. From the Outlaws to you. That was us talking on the podcast. So, and then Chris Lambrinides and the team over at windowcleaner.com came out with the Zero Trad 12. They showed up on our doorstep a couple of months later. So whatever.
Yep.
But and I don't want people to get I know there's probably going to be some new people watching this, and I don't want you guys that have been watching from the very beginning think that we have forgotten about you guys. You know what I mean? We know who you guys are. We know who those diehard 12 people were that been watching from the very beginning. We know who the diehards are. Trust me, we know who you guys are. We got something planned special for you guys. Real special. We're going to shut you out.
Can I ask you a question?
Hey, Tim, go ahead.
Where the fuck did this National Window Cleaning Day come from? All of a sudden, this is showing up all over the place. Is that the first year of this? What the fuck is this? Is it just a joke?
Got a day, buddy.
Well,
listen.
Got a day.
Participation.
Yeah, listen, bro. Why can't we just have a day?
Yeah.
Every day is window cleaning day when you work full time.
Yeah, but
You know?
yeah, but not nationally recognized window cleaning day. I don't understand.
That's good to know. Yeah.
You notice
Oh.
the more heated Mark gets, the more of his muscles he tries to show. What a vajay.
Yeah, I'm a vajayjay. What can I say?
What a vajay. Fucking vagina.
You look, I can't reach through the screen right now.
And right, what would you do if you
I'll
could
choke
reach
slam.
through
You'll
whatever.
be wearing that fucking big
Everyone
wheel.
everyone knows if you could reach through the screen right now, you'd probably be trying to grab my wiener, you weirdo.
That's probably true. That's probably true. Yeah. See if it's
Mark
for
and
real.
Henry. Hey,
Sword fight.
yeah. Listen, Tim and Henry both cringed at the same time when I said that. Every time I post a meme about a wiener, fucking Henry's all mad and shit. Like Henry is like super homophobic, dude. He's like, "Oh my god, that's a wiener!"
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking it drives Henry fucking nuts.
He's like, I'm not gonna look. Oh, I look.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look. Oh, I look.
Oh my god. And Tim's the same way. Tim tries to be an outlaw, but Tim is so fucking prim and proper. You guys have no idea how prim and proper Tim is.
How am
isn't
I
he, Mark?
proper?
You are, dude. We've been friends for almost 2 years, and you still haven't farted in the phone, bro. He's like, I don't
okay.
fart. I don't make
Yeah.
fluffs.
Yeah. What do they call it? A poof?
Yeah, no fluff.
No.
A fluff.
My wife calls it a fluff. I don't call it
No,
anything but
Tim calls that shit a fluff.
I
Babe,
do
you
not
might
call
want to
it
go
a
into the other room. I've got to make a fluff.
I got a stupid fluff.
Jesus, my word.
In my house,
Yeah.
okay, a fart is you got to make it as
Dude,
loud
Mark,
as you possibly can.
listen. Mark fucking sends me this message of this fart, and his mom,
His mom.
his wife said, "Please, may I have?"
Yeah. When I
And you could hear it in her. You could hear it in her voice when she said it. Like she was like fucking choking him when she said it. You know what I mean? Like with the, she was like, "Please, may I have another?" Mark's like, "No, you gotta do it. I'm gonna fart. You gotta do it." So fucking funny. What happened to Tim's truck? What happened to your truck, Tim?
Fuel pump.
Fuel pump? Oh. Yeah, that's easy to fix on a 1922 fucking F-150.
Right.
yeah. If it's in
They
the
gotta
fuel
drop
tank,
that
it's
gas
not fun
tank,
to
and you
fix.
got to stand there fucking with
I'm
your
not
fingers
fixing
crossed
it.
that the straps ain't gonna the spots
Yeah.
under the straps ain't gonna leak.
Hey.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, not only that, if you come from Ohio where they salt the roads, man, them
But no,
straps are rusty.
no, that I
No,
bet
they
you that's
just-
probably got a plastic tank on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't do it.
I bet
I
you it's
just-
got
Yeah,
a
it's got a
plastic
plastic
tank on
tank.
it.
It's a
Yeah.
plastic tank.
Yeah, the
'Cause I
straps.
th-
I was
I
like,
had
because
this-
it was an extra $30 if the straps broke, but they didn't break. So
Listen, I had a fucking. I used to drive the same year F-150 for when my old
run
boss,
that
the guy.
bitch till it dies.
Yeah, and listen, it had fucking almost 500,000 miles on it. It sounded like it had a bag of wrenches in it, but we drove that fucker everywhere, dude. It made a shit ton of money. I was driving down the highway one day, and all of a sudden I hear boom, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I pull over on the side of the road, and the gas tank is dragging on the fucking ground
Really?
of this truck.
Wow, that's dangerous.
Yeah, so you
right
know,
there.
what I did? I went into the dollar store, bought a ratchet
Zip
strap,
tie.
threw it over there,
Yeah.
fucking
Yep.
ratchet strapped it back up, cut the excess off, and rolled that bitch for another 2 years like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It
keep
broke
saying
again.
we're-
It broke again in a gas station parking lot. After filling it up, it snapped and dropped the gas tank on the ground. John got underneath it, bench pressed it up. I ratchet strapped that bitch down, but this
Back
time
up.
we used a higher quality ratchet strap.
Ratchet. Yeah.
yeah, higher quality. I splurged for
I
the
could
$2 more one. It was fucking super nice,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I figure the more I have in my savings, the better vehicle I'm going to get when that thing finally goes.
Right, yeah.
But
Yeah.
so,
Dude,
right
I've
now
just
I
given up on my truck. I just the F-150 I just got. It's a work truck now. I just give up on it. I'm just tired
that's
of it.
what you do with them. That's
I
what
notice
I
something
don't wanna-
every day. I notice something new every day,
Right.
and I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Oops! I accidentally hit the side of the fucking truck with my a brass fitting for my pressure washer hose and put a little bit.
Yeah.
of
Do you ever
fucking
notice
stuff
you
in
go
it,
to
and I'm
throw
like,
the pressure washer hose in the
"Motherfucker."
bed?
And it always,
Bing.
Every time.
no matter
Boom.
what you do, it's like son of a bitch. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bummer, dude. Got any weed?
It's- I just, and I don't know. I know this truck, and when I switch to another used truck, now I'm getting somebody else's problems, and I got to figure
Yeah.
out those trucks' problems, and It's the same shit.
I got
you know?
lucky
Well,
with
I
the
mean-
truck that I bought. The truck that I bought was a one owner. The guy traded it in because he tried to pull it in his garage and bumped the steel bumper against the side of the garage. He's like, "Oh, I must be losing my eyesight. I'm going to get something smaller." Turned
Right.
it in, traded it in, and walked out of there with a small car that day. And then like a couple weeks later, I strolled in and fucking bought it for 10 grand. You know what I mean? It was, very
That's what
nice
I
truck. I got lucky.
I want to have. I want to go just have the cash ready, and
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, and I want to get there. So I'm just gonna keep running this thing until I get my savings up. My daughter just had a baby, man. She's young. She's costing me a fortune. Every day she needs
Yeah.
$50. So,
Yes, I do.
So it's just double whammy right now.
Yeah.
Everything is expensive right now.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I'm having a problem with my Ranger, man. My Ranger keeps knocking the battery overnight. Just won't start the next day. I got
Might
a
battery,
short somewhere.
Yeah, that's
It's a
short.
brand new fucking battery.
Yeah.
So maybe I just, well, it's not brand new, but it's like 6 months
Check the
old.
relays, man.
I got a short somewhere, an open. You know what I mean? I got something open.
You don't have some massive aftermarket stereo system in there, do you? No.
Yeah, I got the fucking boom shakalaka in my '97 Ford
I got the
Ranger,
Alpine
I'm just saying. That's what my son
I do.
did.
Yeah, well, I do have a professionally installed replacement deck head
Yeah,
unit,
but if it's
I
that
ain't got
shouldn't.
no amps or nothing like that in it.
Yeah.
But and the face of the stereo sits in the fucking glove box. I don't ever drive the truck. So what
Yeah.
I do is on the weekend, I drive it on the weekend up to Universal Equipment and bullshit with my cousin. That's what I used to do, drive it up there. I drive
Yeah.
a T-Squeegee mobile on Saturday, so it's
Yeah.
moving, you know what I mean? 'Cause
Well,
I
you can.
wanna-
You can.
what I'm gonna end up doing is body dropping my my '97 Ford Ranger. I'm gonna end up fucking cutting the fucking springs out of it, putting airbags on it, making it sit like frame on the ground. I'm gonna put my ladder rack on it.
Why?
I'm gonna put my ladder rack. Listen, I'm
So
gonna
you'll
put
be
my
able to
ladder
reach
rack
the
on
ladder
it.
when you come up.
Yeah, I'm gonna put So when you come up, you'll be able to reach the ladder to get it off the ladder
Yeah.
rack. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put my ladder rack back on it. I'm gonna take my
Yeah.
old 24-foot extension ladder that we've had all these years. I'm gonna fucking eye bolt it to the ladder rack so it's a permanent fixture, and it's gonna be just like it's a tax write-off. I'll do whatever I want to it. Advertisement, just something for me to do. What's wrong with that, Mark? Not everything needs big tires. I'm not trying to compensate for nothing, Mark.
Pimp that thing out.
Not everything I own has big tires.
That's a fucking lie. All right, the Mustang's the only thing you own that doesn't.
Mustang has stock tires and wheels on it. The F-150 has stock tires and wheels on it. My son's F-150 has stock tires and wheels on it. My new Super Duty has
Keep
35.
going. How many trucks?
How many trucks?
Keep going. How many
Forget
trucks?
it. No, that was last year's.
How many vehicles? Keep going, because I know there's more, you fucker.
No.
Yeah, everybody knows there's more. He's not. Now he's. Why are you stopping talking, Mark?
Look.
He's got
That's my guilty pleasure. I love vehicles. So you know what? I don't do too much other than
When you're
build
rich like
shit in my-
me, you can.
It ain't about rich, dude. It ain't about rich. It's about working hard to get what I want, motherfucker.
Fucking Mark Tanner.
TJ sitting there waiting to light my ass on fire.
No, I'm not going. I'm going to let it
No.
go. I'm going to let it go.
Quiet.
But we're about an hour and 42 minutes in. I want to just say a few more things about the 100th episode, and I think we're probably going to cut this one, and we'll see you guys Sunday. But I want you guys to know, anyone that listens to this, and I want you guys to know, in order to call us, you're going to have to download Skype and search for Outlaw T Squeegee. So, if you want to download Skype now and send Outlaw T Squeegee a fucking message on Skype, you can do that. I will receive it the next time I open my Skype. But that'll open a line of communication. Yeah.
The letter T, the word squeegee.
Yeah. Search for that, and then send me a message. Make sure when you sign up that we can see your name. You know what I mean? Make sure it doesn't cost you any money.
Yeah, we might want to post that in the group.
Yeah. Download the app. Well, I'll post in the app, but I'll post in the group. But guys that listen should be the reapers of the rewards here.
They're the top of the food chain, absolutely.
Not dudes that have fucking ain't never watched an episode. Like, ooh, they're giving away free shit. I'm gonna watch.
And I want to say one thing: if you want to get lit up on this podcast, the following 101, 102, 105, you win a fucking nice prize, and we see you fucking selling that shit, you will be fucking fried. This is a gift from a distributor or a manufacturer to you to use to make money, not to sell.
Yes. Right. We want these prizes to go to people that can use them.
Yes.
So if you're just trying to win shit just to win shit, or if you actually are in need, make sure that when you're calling, you have the best intentions in mind. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't fucking get something from us and then try to sell it to profit, because that's kind of douchebaggy shit. So
yeah, it is.
So there's that.
It is.
We said that.
Yeah.
Like I said, Josh is going to be out here. We're probably going to start, around 8 o'clock. We'll probably run a little long because it is Memorial Day weekend. So most of us, I don't think I'm working Memorial Day, so I'm taking Memorial Day off. So we're just going to kick it. So we'll have an extra day. So it should be a pretty good podcast. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what else I could say, but thanks to the guys that gave us stuff to give away: Simpole.com, WindowCleaner.com, Aztec Innovations. I don't know if that's a .com or not. Possibly. I don't know. Check.
Yeah, that's
that
tremendously
out.
generous, and we
Very
didn't think
generous.
that. We sat there and started saying, "What are we going to do for 100? Let's make it epic." And then all of a sudden, the floodgates open, and WCR stepped up, and they were one of the first. And then Casper stepped up,
and
we didn't even
Aztec.
have to.
We didn't even have to
for
fucking
it.
ask.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Casper was the first to pony up. He ponied up right here for you guys in the chat here on the side and said, "Hey, I'll give you guys 2 gross of rubbers to give away on your 100th episode." Like straight out the gates. And then Chris was like, "You know what? Hey man, I got this stuff to give away. How about we do this, and then we'll take this and we'll rebrand it, and we'll make it cool for your 100th episode." That shit didn't have to do that shit.
Yep.
And they're not doing that for us. They're doing that for you guys. Because, I mean, I'm not, we all didn't get a screen washer. I can assure you that. You know what I mean? The screen washer that we've been given is for you guys. The 3K poll is for you guys. The huge convention tickets are for you guys. The Tad poll is for you guys. That's, come on. You know what I mean? This is the best intentions here. I mean, because, this isn't, like I said, this is money coming out of our pockets. Well, we pay for this show. You know what I mean? We don't have any podcast sponsors, which, would be nice. I'm going to end up setting up a Patreon for the podcast, and I'm not going to ask for donations, but it's there. It'll be there if guys want to be an executive producer and like, "Hey man, I'll give you $5 for if you say my name on the podcast and shout me out." You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. I mean, I would say Unger, but Unger don't care about nothing. None of these big companies give a shit. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe Ederay. I see Ederay sponsors Draper's podcast, which is pretty dope. So, but like Unger, I can't even get a response out of them to buy T-shirts to give away on my podcast. You know what I mean? They won't even respond to me. So, and I know they're selling 0 degree handles because everybody uses them now, and that's fuck. I mean, I feel like that's us. But I'm thinking about opening up a Patreon. You know what I mean? And why not have the avenue for if people want to advertise on the podcast and help us pay for the streaming of the product and the hosting of the product and all of that shit that you guys watch. Why not? You know what I mean? Maybe somebody would want some free advertisement. I mean, we can advertise. I think I'm pretty good at it. I think Tim's pretty good at it.
And not only that, I mean, three of us.
Tim's a great marketer. I mean, Tim knows fucking Facebook. I mean, he's got that outlaw shit. The 100th episode, it's all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? We know what we're doing. You know what I mean? We might be a little rough around the edges, but we can sell shit because we have experience, and you see us using it, so we're not bullshitting. You know what I mean? It's not a fucking. It's not a game. It's not a game to us. But I just want everyone to know that the 3 of us really, really appreciate you guys watching all this time. So whatever goes on in the future after 100, just you guys know that we appreciate the shit out of you guys. You know what I mean? And this is fucking awesome. It's been super dope. Don't you guys think this has been a great experience?
Oh yeah. I never figured I'd be here. Honestly, I never figured I'd be here this long, but I know after the first time it came on, I mean, that was really cool, Yeah.
It's. I know Tim looks back on it and where we talked about this fucking 2 years ago in the wintertime. You're like, man, dude, we got to do something, bro. And I was like, you know what? It would be cool if we did a podcast. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I heard of him. He goes, I listen to Rogan's. You mean like that? I'm like, yeah. He goes, about window cleaning? I'm like, yeah, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Why not do one? And to see where we're at now, and like you, Mark, you were like, I don't know if I want to come on. And then you came on an episode, and then we had you as a guest. And then you not too many podcasts after that, you ended up being the anchor on the show, the dude that, you know, made it, kept going. Because Tim had a lot of shit going on. Joshua had a lot of shit going on. And I was like, man, I need some help, man. You know, I can't keep doing this by myself.
It's been fun. I mean, you know, we do this.
I really appreciate both you guys. And
all three of us are family men. So we, you know, leave our families for these couple hours. And they understand that, you know, I mean, so we're here for you guys. And if we can inform a little bit and laugh, then I'm happy, you know, as long as we're having a good time.
Yeah, so that's why, you know, the 100th episode is not so much a celebration of us, but it's a celebration of you guys, the listeners. We really appreciate all you guys. You know what I mean? I really, really appreciate you guys. I know Mark and Tim do too. So, you know, we've met some really awesome people doing this. Some really, really awesome people that, you know, like Kevin Hargis and all these dudes, you know, you get to meet them. It's awesome, man. It's, you know, like brothers at arms, guys that understand what you're going through day in and day out. They know what you're doing and the shit you got to deal with every day. I mean, you know what I mean? It's kind of nice to be able to share that with people. So,
it would have been nice for me to have a resource like this 20 years ago when I was trying to figure things out. I mean, think about it. So it is a benefit, even though, you know, like I said, it's about comedy. It's about a little bit of education and just some interesting discussion. So, you know, I mean, I wish there was something like this 20 years ago when I was.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you know, I mean, we roast people. You know, we don't roast people. We shit on Perry Tate a lot because he's a piece of shit and he poops his pants. You know, but you know, if you got a technical question or if you've got a business question or just a question in general about the industry, I mean, I think we're decently versed on broaching the subject of window cleaning and window cleaning as a business. You know, I mean, people may not take us very seriously, but all three of us run window cleaning companies and we've been doing it for a minute. So I'm not saying that my style is the best or Mark's style is the best or Tim's style is the best, but you know, we could at least give you guys a general direction and point.
Well, I look at it like this, you know,
and at least window cleaning opinion.
Yeah, window cleaning's been good to my family. My father was a window cleaner. And if I can help someone not make some of the mistakes that I made, you know, everybody's gonna make mistakes with shit. But you know, if you listen to a lot of the mistakes I made, I wish someone would have been able to tell me a different point of view that might have helped me. So if any of that helps somebody, then it's all worth it. You know.
Well, guys, you know, go to Outlaw Window Cleaner on fucking Facebook and join the group. We're always in there raising a hoot. Go to Tim's YouTube channel, the Outlaw Window Cleaner Vlogs, and dial you up a subscription on there. You know what I mean? Tim, one of these days, is going to start uploading videos consistently. Eventually, he's going to get back to it.
Dude, I still have one on another computer.
Yeah, Tim has got so many videos done. He just and tune back in for that because that's where this happens at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you know when we go live for Outlaw Window Cleaner Radio. And as always, you can find us on iTunes. Leave us a fucking rating on iTunes. I don't know why that's so difficult.
We gotta get this channel up to 1,000.
Yeah, you know what, T? I'm gonna go back to what I said before. We give you 2.5, 3 hours of our time twice a week. Give us 2 minutes of your time and go do what T asked you to do. Yeah. That's all.
Just you know, give us a rating and a review on iTunes and Podbean. That really helps out for other guys that are in our field that are interested in what we're doing, finding the podcast. Not so much, it helps us a little bit, but it really helps other people find the show. You know what I mean? And it grows the community. So, and the more people that become aware of what we're doing, the easier it'll be for us to make the show happen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we'd really appreciate that. So like and subscribe. Thank you so fucking very much. And, you know, Bob's your uncle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what else you guys got to say? You guys got anything to say?
Now, if anyone else out there listening hasn't want to put up some merchandise that we can giveaway.
Yeah, just reach out to us. Let us know if there's something you want. I mean, there's still time. So,
Yep.
It could be drop shipped. You don't have to ship it to me. You can send it directly
No.
to the winner. So,
Yeah.
just hit us up. And I'll even throw this up here for you right here. Right there, asktsqueegee@yahoo.com. Hit it up, man, and send us some emails. We still take emails from you guys. I stopped asking for emails, just like I'm getting ready to stop asking for reviews. It's just like I'm fucking beating my head up against the wall. You know what I mean? But we really appreciate you guys, and we will see you soon. Peace.
Peace, guys. Be good.
Yeah.